Okay, this was an experiment for this channel to do a challenge across the globe and bring in young people to work on design, to mentor them, to give them advice, to help them build their portfolio, and more importantly, build their confidence. But all good things must come to an end. So this is it. This is the season finale of Young Guns Season 1. What's up, everybody? This is episode 12, the season finale of Young Guns Season 1. The mission of Young Guns Season 1 was twofold. One was to show that the ideas and the process and techniques we've been talking about for a really long time is applicable regardless of your age. Two, it was also to highlight the diverse talent that's out there and to help our audience see themselves on camera.
So in December 2017, Chris told me he's gonna bring 5 people on the show and then coach them. I was excited. I'm gonna be a part of this.
I didn't really know what to expect. All I knew at the time was that something was being put together to help young designers.
My expectations for the mentorship were that it was gonna be really intimidating. The projects were rigorous.
Worked on a lot of design challenges, assignments, just like we'd get if we were at an art school.
We were given really incredible projects and we got amazing feedback.
Overall, I had so much fun working on this. It was very challenging.
I think this is great because now we all have, a solid body of work to show. I think that was much needed for all of us.
Young Guns Season 1 consisted of several different types of show formats and challenges. It began with a portfolio review on social media as well as their work. It also included mentorship, logo design challenges, and packaging. The challenge begins right now.
Let's go see what we can find.
So straight to the pharmaceuticals.
Really bright packaging.
As well as critiques. I'm going through this and I'm just blown away at how good you are. Forget about your age, forget about what school or if you even went to school, how good you are, man. And even a game show.
It's 12 a.m. over here, and I'm gonna take that W even if I have to stay awake all night.
Oh! C is the correct answer. No, there's how do we do this? Yeah, look at that. You're up 2-1.
And just hearing more about their lives. As the season comes to an end, let's take a look back to see how they have transformed as designers and in their personal lives.
At the start of this, Chris went through and did a critique of all our portfolios and all of our sites. All 5 of us needed to work on that, but I'm definitely glad it went in this direction. Now I have an actual body of work that I'm proud of and I'm happy to show people.
Sean is somebody who I know, and it's the only young gun that I've actually met in person prior to being on the show. That's because Sean was the winner of Fly Me to the Future, so we have some history together. He's one of the younger contestants, mostly self-taught, and this is a hardworking kid who's very humble, who's still got a long ways to go, but where he's at in terms of his maturity, his level of design and thinking, the sky's the limit for this kid.
I didn't always want to become a designer. I always thought I'd end up being like an engineer, an accountant. A few years ago, I found design. I just fell in love with it. I've learned a lot since the start of the series. I've been able to boil down my process and kind of formulate it a little more, take out a lot of the guesswork. I've been doing stylescapes a lot, which isn't really something that we learned directly, but sort of indirectly. We did a little stylescape work in the beginning.
Sean's biggest thing was really needing a platform to showcase his talent. I think he's a person who doesn't believe in it himself and what he's capable of, and it's reflected in our coaching session in that he's still working at a gas station.
Yeah, 30 hours a week doing what?
I just pump gas.
Okay.
Easy part-time job.
I think that's a waste of his talent. No offense to anybody that's pumping gas, but when you have another alternative and somebody who's as talented as he is in terms of just raw design skill, he should be doing something else.
I was doing, small jobs on the side, logo jobs for clients and stuff like that. I realized that I don't really want to rush headfirst into, running a business or working for myself. Hopefully I'll be able to get a position at a design studio in the future. That's the current goal. Overall, it's been a really great experience. I really appreciate the opportunity.
I think one of the great things about the series is we got to see very different and unique perspectives from people from all over the world with different backgrounds and different age ranges, even though they're all relatively young. and being able to kind of take a peek into their world and literally into their room and their lives, I think we came up with something really unique and special.
The reason why I love designing is there's this amazing feeling you get when people see your work and they like it. It's kind of like getting that attention that I've almost never gotten when I was a kid. When I joined, I was like, holy man, these guys are so much better than me. I was really anxious.
The other thing I saw with Arun is his ability to adapt and to change. I think he wasn't as confident in his work, and I saw him change and evolve to become more confident and also to embrace new techniques and processes.
It changed a lot of my mentality, like how I approach things. It definitely one of the better experiences of my life. There is a, like, you know, I don't know, dude, I'm being too emotional. Yeah, I learned so many things.
Trying to figure out his life-work balance and what he wants to achieve in the world.
Chris told me a lot of things which really helped me pick a niche. So now I'm only going to focus on animation for software companies. I was also surprised, even though I didn't perform so well, people were always coming out for my support, and thank you so much for that. I really love reading the comments after every video comes out, love reading what people have to say. I don't really care too much about the negative comments.
Some of the challenges that Arun had was he has limited exposure to the global design market. He's not surrounded by designers every single day.
Because of the show, a lot of people started approaching me, especially like from India or where I live. Basically people who related to the situation I was in. That meant a lot. People started to kind of recognize me at a place where I could help them, and obviously I love helping people.
He's probably started off with the best and most optimistic attitude, and I think he finished that way.
It was definitely one of those things where you can't believe your luck, like that you got this opportunity to do this. A year ago I was taking on jobs which were not even worth it, I would say. Thank you to Futur.
I've seen him grow, and that initially he was reluctant, and there was a lot of pushback from him about why he needed to stay at home. And now
I'm in my new place. Finally moved back to Bangalore. I was living alone for 5.5 years. I only moved back to my parents because I just wanted to save some overhead costs. I got a new job here. I got a good opportunity, and I'm really happy.
I'm glad to hear that he's taken the next step in his adventure. He's moved out and he's going to follow his career and still doing it in a way that is loving and supportive of his parents and his culture.
I wanted and still want to become a designer because it gives me the creative freedom to make something every single day.
Since Young Guns started, I've gone from charging £500 for a piece of work, a piece of design work, $500, whatever you want to call it. I've effectively 10x'd my process and my rate and how much I charge for projects in a year. And that is partially to do with the Young Guns, it's partially to do with the Future's content, and it's been partially to do with the ability and my skill set just exploding in the last year.
Connor, unlike the other participants in Young Gun, came in with a strong social media following. He was already working the marketing game way before any of these guys even knew what was up. I think with that, I was concerned that he was going to be locked into a very specific process and way of working because it served him well thus far.
Woo! Woo! Double snaps! He's got 22.1 thousand followers.
With Chris and the Young Guns project, it has shown me that I need to be documenting a lot more of what I'm doing and providing that in some form of case study or explanation for what I am intending on doing and the reasons for the solution I have created. I'm so grateful for the work and clients that I have right now.
Thank you for all your help over the last year, and thank you for the content you've continuously put out, because the reason I'm so busy, in large part, is because of the things I have learned from you.
Oh, fantastic.
Secured my first 10 grand project at Christmas.
Nice!
That's awesome.
And
congrats.
Have some repeat clients coming in. That's why
I get it. You know what you're saying? I don't got time for Young Guns now. I'm making the cheddar, baby. I'm making the cheddar.
And on top of that, I've been running a podcast called The Fowler Hour. That's pretty much it. I try and get out as much as I can. I try and do some traveling. I've been to Prague and I'm going to Amsterdam. Thank you so much again for watching and tuning into all of the Young Guns content. Really appreciate every single person who's messaged me or commented on these videos. Arun, Sharif, Sean, and Spencer, It's been nice to meet such a diverse range of people who want to do very different things in design as well.
This experience definitely helped me widen my perspective and kind of focus on the things that really matter. I want to become a designer because I love making things, firstly, but also just because I love seeing the impact it makes on my community.
Spencer is one of the most unique people on the show because he's already had a career. He's a child actor. He's appeared in TV shows and TV series and commercials, and now he wants to do design. I envy him because he is so self-aware and he knows what he wants.
I also think that this experience has just helped increase my confidence tenfold. I remember just running around the AIGA conference, and it was amazing to me that I could just kind of use the Futur and Chris kind of as a way to just kind of spark a conversation and really connect with people.
Throughout the season, I noticed Spencer was really competitive. He wanted to do the best, and he's driven to do better. And I love that about somebody, especially at that age. You can see clearly from the beginning of the show to the end of the show, his work and his work ethic has improved tremendously.
Young Guns has provided me with not only the kind of practical and tangible skills I needed, but also just the mindset and the kind of perspective that I need to have going forward in my career.
You can see that depending on the emotional maturity, the work ethic, and generally where people came from, that's somewhat reflected in their work, their attitudes, and how they took feedback. It's always interesting for me as a teacher to see how people respond to feedback. Are they open to it? Do they eat it up? If they hear something that's critical, do they fold and collapse, or do they rise to the challenge?
Like I said before, and I just can't stress this enough, I'm just so insanely grateful for the opportunity that I've had here. I'm fortunate to have, kind of met the people that I did. I think all the Young Guns are really great, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future.
Sharif's probably has one of the higher pedigrees in terms of his formal art education.
I've been freelancing as a graphic designer for 7 years now. I've been doing it since I was in high school, and then I finished my degree in architecture and urban design.
He has worked with real clients before, and you can see that reflected in his ideas and his attitude. Sharif really delivered when it came to the last project in terms of how far he took everything. And you can see his maturity and his training has paid off. It's reflected in his work. When I was at Rise Up Egypt, Sharif told me how much people can expect to make. And if you're making $5,000 US annually as a designer, as a creative person, you're doing really well by the local standards. I mean, process that for a little bit, $5,000. So I'm just blown away that he's taken the necessary steps to learn new skills, to be more confident, and then to be able to charge more money so that now he can create the life that he wants. I just want to say congratulations to Sharif and his new bride. He's been really busy, therefore he wasn't able to make a video for us, and his priorities are in alignment. He needs to spend time with his new wife, and I know he's now had a level of success that he can actually move out. That's one of the conditions of when he can get married. So congratulations, really happy for you.
If I'm gonna say anything, it's especially if you're self-taught, you need to learn the design principles, right?
Learn the fundamentals first.
They exist for a reason, and once you know them, you'll start to see things that you've never really seen before.
Spend more time focusing on what you really enjoy, and don't be afraid to try new things. But make sure if you want to try something, go hard onto that.
Understand how to solve a problem and to understand proper design processes, and that's what I did wrong. Before that, I focused so much on software and I felt like I know everything. I actually didn't.
Take on and be receptive to critique and criticism, but do not stop chasing what you want.
Seize the opportunity you have now. And Chris has said this before, but truly, being young, we're gonna have more time and more opportunity than we'll ever have in the rest of our life. We have more room for failure, so I would really just encourage people to just go out there and fail as much as you can and learn everything you can from it.
I wanted to help showcase that there's talented people who are doing design and creative things all over the world. There's a young version of Sharif somewhere who says because he could do it and he's Egyptian, I can do it. And I really wanted that. The same thing goes for Arun, who's from India, that there are pockets of the world that have tremendously talented people, and they just need to see somebody like themselves in the mirror, so to speak, so that they can feel like this is not a distant dream, it's a reality. If you've been paying attention to the series all along, it will be no surprise to you who won the entire Young Guns Season 1 challenge, and that is Sean Campbell. Congratulations, Sean, good job. As the winner of Season 1 Young Guns, Sean, I'm happy to tell you, you are going to get the full Creative Cloud Suite for 1 year. Congratulations to all the participants. None of you are losers in my eye. I want to give each of you guys some of our products online. You can just have them for free.
Wow, nice. What's up, everyone? It's Mark Contreras, producer and editor of the Young Guns Series 1. Holy I can't believe this season is over. I think Arun is rubbing off on me. I just want to say it's been a pleasure to work with the designers on this project and even meet some of them in person. When Chris talked to me about producing a design reality series that involved teaching young designers across the globe, I really didn't know what to expect. So here we are more than a year later, and I've seen these designers grow both personally and professionally, and it didn't stop there. Their journeys and stories inspired so many people that tuned in to watch. It makes us really happy to know that we're making good on our mission to empower creative people from around the world while having fun in the process. If you like what we're doing and want to sponsor the next series or any of our other content, hit us up in the comments below or check us out on our other social channels. We're looking for partners that share a similar mission to empower creative people because we can't do it alone. So I just want to say thank you, much love, and we have more to come.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, for making Young Guns Season 1 a success. Truly appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and look out for Season 2.
No!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I picked Lufthansa because I felt...
I don't know, dude.
Moment of truth. Hover over it. You have to hover over it. Oh my God.